I spent about $120 during Amazon Prime Day and walked away with nearly $180 worth of kbeauty products. And two of the deals I wanted most completely disappeared while I was sleeping. So today we're going through everything I grabbed, the ingredients that had me obsessing, and the deal math that almost completely broke my brain. Welcome back to my channel. So Prime Day this year was wild for kbeauty, and I want to be upfront. Everything you're about to see I bought with my own money because either the ingredients spoke to me, the deals made sense to me, hello girl math, or a combination of both. I also want to mention, for anything I bought on Amazon, I always check to make sure that I am buying officially from the brand store on Amazon and not from third-party sellers. That is really important to me. Kbeauty counterfeits are a real thing, and it's just not worth the risk. So when in doubt, go to the brand store and see if Amazon is an authorized seller. Okay, now before we get into it, a little cheers, because this was an awesome Prime Day haul and I can't wait to hear what all of you have going on. Cheers! Most of my purchases were from kbeauty brands that I'm genuinely familiar with and I usually get straight from Korea. There are a few that I wasn't as familiar with and didn't know anything about until I saw an advertisement or someone using it, so let's get into those first. Let's start off with the brand that sent me down the rabbit hole, AROCELL, and more specifically their Botulcare line. The hero ingredient here is botulinum toxin. Yes, that botulinum toxin. That is probably as close to Botox as you can get at home. And before anyone asks, no, it's not the same as in an injection, but topical botulinum toxin can have a muscle relaxing effect when applied on the skin surface, and that is exactly what drew me in. So I first saw this Botulcare mask. It's a 4-pack listed at $29. It flashed to $16 for Prime Day, so naturally I added it to my cart, but being a Libra, I let it sit there while I tried to decide if I should instead get the Botulcare eye cream, also from AROCELL, sold out in real time while I was literally looking at it. So I pivoted and found there was a $21 bundle for both of these, the Prime Talk mask as well as the Botulcare mask. So 8 masks for $21. That sounded like an amazing deal. Added it to my cart, and what did I do? I fell asleep with it in my cart. Woke up the next morning and that was gone too, completely unavailable. At this point, I was personally offended, so I monitored it until it came back. And as soon as I saw that it came back, 8 masks for $21, I added to my cart and bought right away. Because 2 failed attempts and falling asleep means I was not going to miss another deal. So the lesson here was maybe indecision and exhaustion could be a Prime Day strategy. Either way, I ended up with the best deal. This Botulcare mask is formulated with botulinum toxin, niacinamide, and a peptide collagen complex, wrinkle care, lifting, firming, and hydration, all in one sheet mask. This Prime Tox mask has their Tail Tox peptide and 12 hyaluronic acids. It is a hydrogel mask, great for overnight wear. 8 masks, 2 different formulas. And honestly, the FOMO of watching both deals disappear is what pushed me over the edge and caused me to also buy this Botulcare eye cream. So instead of choosing between the masks and the eye cream like a normal person, I ended up getting both. Prime Day wins again. This Botulcare Wrinkle Solution eye cream has the same active ingredient, botulinum toxin, in a targeted treatment wand. This was around $19 before discounts. I think it was around 50% off. Now technically this is an eye cream, but as with most eye creams, I'm going to use it beyond the eye area. Targeted one like that is great for any areas that you just need a little extra love, especially in the anti-wrinkle department. So this is a very unique eye cream. This is a metal tip applicator, but the unique thing is when it touches skin, it actually vibrates. This vibrating wand is perfect for targeted treatment on forehead and my 11s, which are my problem areas. It does double duty and I'm here for it. Next up, another brand that I was not familiar with until this past week. This is millimilli, their 500 Dalton Protein Mist with 30 collagen peptides. This is a collagen complex serum mist, firming, plumping, hydrating, and it targets smile lines and wrinkles. Here's the thing, I like this enough to buy it twice. The first time I grabbed it at $14.99, which seemed like a good deal. Then the price dropped even further to $10.50, so naturally I bought it again. I also signed up for Subscribe and Save on my purchase, which brought the price down even further, and in case I loved it and wanted it on auto order, which honestly seems very likely. So this is it. Crazy looking, small, good for travel. Let's do a quick peek. Super refreshing, smells almost like a light elderflower cocktail. Super nice. And both times, yes, Both times it came with a free Collapy 3D mask set. These each retail for $19 and I got two. They come with the mask and a jelly brush each. And here's the part that made me do a double take. This gift with purchase sells for $19. That is more than the $14.99 that I initially paid for the mist and almost double what I paid for the second mist. Both times I paid less for the mist than the free product that it came with. I don't know how that's a sustainable business model, but I am not complaining. This Collapy mask is a peel-off formula with 500 Dalton hydrolyzed collagen. I might end up demoing this on camera because the jelly brush application alone seems incredibly satisfying. And I got two of them. On to the next. Now Abib. Now this is a brand I already love and use regularly, and I may have accidentally done a mini Abib haul within my Prime Day haul. 3 products, 1 gift with purchase. Let's get into it. First, we have the PDRN Volume Fillet. This is a booster cream. This has PDRN. It's a skin regeneration ingredient that I've become very interested in. It's usually fish derived or plant derived. This PDRN is salmon derived, 4% high potency salmon DNA in this tube. I grabbed this for around $15 before tax and discounts, and it came with this pack of free collagen eye patches worth $17. So the gift with purchase alone was worth more than the serum, and that's the kind of math I can get behind. And that's what we're looking at. Slight pinkish hue, salmon. And this is 30 pairs of rose jelly hydrogel eye patches, free. Now this one has a story. This is the copper peptide serum. This has Argireline, copper tripeptide, and matrix L peptide, among other things. I actually discovered this product because it appeared as a gift with purchase with a multi-purchase deal I was considering. I looked at the ingredients and saw Argireline, acetyl hexapeptide 8, and I had to have it. For anyone who doesn't know, Argireline is often called the topical Botox of skincare. It works by limiting the contraction of facial muscles, which leads to a reduced appearance of expression lines. It is one of my favorite ingredients because I'm an expressive person and I seek it out obsessively. So I added it to cart the same time as the AROCELL masks and fell asleep. Woke up and the listing was gone. Not temporarily unavailable, not out of stock, completely gone, like it never existed. I reached out to the Abib team directly when I saw this, waited a bit because Korea time, and was assured it was a listing issue and it would be back, they just didn't know when. So I monitored it every hour, and when I saw it was back in stock, I added to my cart and tried to check out so quickly that Amazon's backend hadn't even registered it in inventory yet. I had to keep refreshing until the system caught up and saw that it was available, and then I checked out so fast. I finally snagged it at $16, which was an over 50% reduction in price, so let's see what it looks like. That is a hefty ampule for $16, and I love the blue color. That's the copper peptides. It's like a milky blue. There we go. It's like blue milk. And then there's this, the Quick Sunstick Protection Bar with an SPF of 50+, broad spectrum, glowy finish, no white cast, centella, and aloe, and around $16 before tax and discounts. Now, I want to be honest, I was not originally planning on buying a sunscreen during Prime Day. And then I saw the ingredient list. Acetyl hexapeptide 8. Yes, Argireline in a sunscreen. Think about what that means for a second. Every time I reapply my sunscreen, even over makeup, I am delivering Argireline straight to my skin and limiting facial contractions while also protecting my skin from the sun. For someone like me who is incredibly expressive, my forehead, my 11s are always working, this is genuinely a game changer. It practically added itself to my cart and I have zero regrets. And it's clear. And if you don't want the glowy finish, the original Abib sunscreen stick has more of a matte finish. Great travel, throw in your purse staple. And last but not least, I have the ANUA PDRN Hydrating Capsule Mist. I already own and love the full size of this mist. It's one of my go-to AM/PM products and a great between treatment refresh. When I saw this mini mist for around $12 before tax and discounts, it was a no-brainer. This is going straight into my purse. Perfect for a quick refresh on the go without having to dig out a whole bottle. Travel staple, done. And do you see the capsules in here? That's just impressive in such a tiny bottle. So cute. And now to sum things up, let's talk about what I actually got for free in this haul because the GWPs are genuinely impressive. Collapy 3D face mask kits, $19 each, so $38 total. The Abib vegan collagen eye patches, 60 patches for $17. That's $55 in free product. So that is everything that I grabbed during Prime Day and the extended sale. kbeauty, collagen, peptides, botulinum toxin, Argireline, and deal math that genuinely does not make sense, but works in my favor if you stay patient and constantly keep monitoring. If you grabbed anything during Prime Day, kbeauty or otherwise, that you're genuinely excited about, drop it in the comments because I want to hear all about it. And if you're new here and this is the kind of content you're into, ingredient forward, honest, no fluff, consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and talk soon.